A single missile, a precise strike, and one of Ukraine's most advanced Western weapons was reduced to wreckage. Moscow claims a major battlefield blow as a US-made HIMARS system is destroyed, hit by a Russian Iskander-M ballistic missile. Russia's defense ministry says an Iskander-M short-range ballistic missile has destroyed a US-supplied HIMARS multiple launch rocket system. The strike reportedly took place in Ukraine's Kharkiv region, with Moscow releasing drone footage showing the moment of impact. Russian officials claim the attack killed up to 10 Ukrainian troops, describing the operation as a direct response to ongoing cross-border strikes. Since the escalation of the conflict in 2022, Ukraine has repeatedly used HIMARS systems to fire missiles into Russian territory. Moscow says those attacks have targeted infrastructure and residential areas, resulting in civilian casualties inside Russia. In a separate operation, another Iskander-M crew destroyed a Soviet-era S-300 system, including its radar equipment and operating personnel. Russian forces say the strike occurred in Ukraine's Dnipropetrovsk region, eliminating a key element of Ukraine's air defense network. Meanwhile, Telegram channels report that at least 17 Iskander-M ballistic missiles struck Dnipro in central Ukraine early Tuesday. Separate reports claim Kharkiv's Tech 5 power plant was hit by 7 Iskander-M missiles, triggering widespread power outages across the city. In its daily battlefield update, Moscow reported additional losses inflicted along multiple front lines. The Sever group reportedly destroyed artillery guns in materiel depots, killing up to 250 Ukrainian troops in Sumy and Kharkiv. Further losses were reported in the Kharkiv region and Donetsk, including tanks, armored vehicles, artillery systems, and hundreds of personnel. Russian forces also claimed the destruction of a Grad rocket launcher, along with an artillery gun and supply depot in Zaporizhzhia. Ukraine's casualties in that sector were estimated at 320 troops. The claims cannot be independently verified, but they underline the escalating intensity of long-range precision warfare.
The conflict in Ukraine continues to escalate, with fresh attacks reported across multiple regions. Civilians and infrastructure remain in the crossfire as tensions rise ahead of new peace talks. Russia's defense ministry announced that its forces have taken control of the settlement of Pridorozhne in the Zaporizhzhia region in southeast Ukraine. The capture marks another advance amid ongoing clashes in the region. Meanwhile, Russian drones targeted the city of Cherkasy in central Ukraine overnight. 4 people were injured, and homes, cars, and civilian infrastructure were damaged, according to local officials. Ukraine's Air Force reported that Russia launched 1 ballistic missile and 171 long-range drones overnight. Ukrainian air defenses intercepted or destroyed 157 of the incoming drones. Across the border in Russia, images posted by the governor of Belgorod Oblast show a Ukrainian drone strike on Stary Oskol. Authorities reported that 2 civilians were killed in the overnight attack on a residential area. The attacks come just hours after President Volodymyr Zelensky announced the next round of peace talks between Russian and Ukrainian delegations, scheduled for Wednesday and Thursday. Meanwhile, in Donetsk, a UAV attack struck the village of Sartana. Footage shows emergency services clearing debris, while Russian investigators documented damage to private homes. Russian-installed head Denis Pushilin confirmed that a woman and a child were killed, with another child injured. Officials say fragments of what appear to be NATO-made combat drones were recovered at the scene.
Investigators from Russia's investigative committee are documenting and inspecting the aftermath of an armed attack in Sartana, Mariupol district by Ukrainian army formations. Thus, the inspection established that 2 civilians sustained injuries incompatible with life, including a child born in 2020. Another child was injured and is currently in a medical facility, where they are receiving qualified medical assistance.
Furthermore, during the inspection of the incident scene, it was established that numerous residential buildings in a private housing area where there are no weapons or military equipment sustained significant damage. At the site of the recent shelling, fragments were discovered, believed to be from attack UAVs of an aircraft type, manufactured in NATO countries. These will be seized and sent for expert analysis to determine the precise type and nature of the explosive device. Information regarding damages and casualties is currently being gathered.
Ukrainian authorities have not commented on the attacks. Kyiv has repeatedly denied targeting civilians, though shelling has heavily affected populated areas across the region. The conflict, now entering its 4th year, continues to devastate civilian life as both sides exchange fire. The world watches closely as diplomacy, military action, and sanctions play out across the region.
Times of India videos, your daily dose of India and the world. Global news, different views, and sharp analysis.
Pressure of expectation from your fans, your supporters.
That has often served as a backdrop for several Bollywood.
You're not a brute majority anymore. If you individually take out data.
Making sense of global conflicts. Tracking the new emerging world order.
Strike on Israeli military bases.
A multi-pronged.
To stay out of harm's way as Israel started bombing targets across.
Understanding changing alliances in a polarized world. Tune into TOI videos for all this and more. Click on the bell icon to subscribe and never miss an update.